BOM Chelles, and I'd just like to say thanks for coming on and having a look at this opportunity. You've maybe been sent it by myself. I've maybe explained a wee bit about the business that we're involved in, and maybe you've got my card, and maybe somebody I work very closely with has wanted to share this with you. So what we're going to do in 30 minutes is just go into our business presentation a wee bit more in depth. I'm going to tell you a wee bit about my story, and then I'm going to show you how our opportunity can work in with you and show you how we can make money in our business. I myself am sitting here right now in my kitchen with my laptop device speaking to people all around the world, and that is the way technology is going. Basically, to run my business, all I need is a phone and a laptop, and it is fantastic. But it wasn't always like that. I used to work full-time for the NHS. I absolutely hated my job. I worked from 10 o'clock to 6. And I had an added-on holistic business. My hubby wasn't my husband at the time. He worked in a plastering job in the plastering trade, and he used to do a security job at the weekend. So we were both living at home with our parents whenever I had a look at this opportunity, and I was told to set some goals. I was using the products at the start, and I loved the way they made me feel. And I got serious about setting some goals. So in 4.5 years, we have got ourselves on the property ladder, first-time homeowners. I've been able to leave the job that I hated for every time my sole income. We've paid for a wedding, which cost £23,000. And the bonus checks from this company actually helped to pay for our wedding. And I've been working from home for 2 years, and forever has been my sole income for those 2 years. And we've travelled the world with the company, and it's been absolutely fantastic. So that's a wee bit about me, guys. Basically, all I would say is just for the next 30 minutes, something I say could change your life like this opportunity has done mine. And you just have to keep your mind open like a parachute. I mean, there's lots of distractions. There's constantly always a message on the phone or Facebook or emails. Get them out of your way. Even if you have a set of headphones, listen to this for 30 minutes because it could change your life. And all I'm going to ask you is to keep your mind open like a parachute. Maybe keep a wee piece of paper beside you and maybe write anything down. You will find I'll probably answer the questions that you maybe want to ask. But if I don't, the person who put you onto this, they'll be able to answer it for you. And all I'm just going to say is just keep your mind open like a parachute. If you can't change your life until you change your thinking. So I'm going to go on ahead and start our slides, and I'm just going to switch my video off, and I'll maybe see you on the end. Thank you very much. And then we're going to get started. So this is the first slide we have. This is our beautiful head office in Lauren. And when I first had a look at this business, I had a very negative mind. I hated what I was doing, and I was just dreaming that there was something more out there. I knew there was something more for me. When I first took a look at this opportunity, I didn't know if it was for me or not. But what I did do was I just retailed the products for 6 months until I could see that there was an opportunity for me and that I could do it. I had to get the belief in myself first. So everybody has different levels. You might already be ready for the change in your life. You might already, be self-motivated. You might already be willing to work. You already know what your dream is. Everything will depend on what you want. And all I'm asking you is just to sit back, relax, and enjoy the slides. So this is our beautiful head office in Macramorn. And these are some of the challenges that people are facing today. You might fit into one of these categories. I know myself, me and my husband, we were working morning, noon and night just to have a couple of, extra £100 to do nice things with. When we first came on board, forever was the lifestyle money. It was taking us away, for weekend breaks. It was taking us away to hotel stayovers and birthdays and christenings and everything that was going that we couldn't afford. With just 2 wages coming in, Forever was providing that. We were working longer hours, but when the money started coming in from Forever, or working around what we were already doing, we didn't need to work that long. So Forever does recognise that people do have these challenges, and what it does is provides people with an opportunity so they don't normally have to work as long. There's a lot of people maybe are getting up in the morning and they are dropping their children to the childminders in the dark, and then by the time they get home through the traffic, they're not seeing their kids until dark time. And that may work for a lot of people, and childcare is very expensive, but a lot of people are now realising that if they took on something like Forever, they wouldn't have those long commutes. They would be able to work a lot more flexibly so they could have more quality family time. And that's exactly what our opportunity gives. Lack of job security. I mean, you've maybe been made redundant yourself. Might be a reason why you're looking at these slides. Are you really comfortable in your job? Are you secure? There's people being paid off every single day. You know, my mummy was even paid off in her job, and there's lots of people even from the corporate background who, you know, thought they were successful and they've got laid off and then took a look at our opportunity. And then we'll have people who are in their own businesses. Let me tell you something, guys. When you're in business for yourself, you work morning, noon, and night, and the business owns you. You don't own your own business; it owns you. Then this other category down the bottom here, bills, debt and financial challenges. People maybe think, oh, I don't have a credit card, or you mightn't have any loans. But if you do have a car on hire purchase, that's debt. If you have a mortgage, that's debt. So these are some of the challenges that people are facing today, and Forever is coming in to give people an opportunity to show them they can work flexibly. You don't have to have long commutes. You can work from your laptop anywhere in the world. You don't need to be stuck in traffic jams. Maybe what you like, but I can surely tell you I'm glad I don't have to be stuck in those traffic jams morning, noon and night. It takes up a lot of your time. And that is just some of the challenges people are facing. So we'll move on to the next slide. Obviously, you're looking for something, as I said at the start of the presentation. It might be debt-free. It might be a career change. Maybe you're bored in your job like I was. Maybe you want to work from home. Maybe you've got some children and you want to be at home a bit more with them. Maybe you're in a relationship and you want more financial independence. Maybe you want to provide things for your family that your normal wage isn't bringing you in. You know, there's lots of different things there, but I'm going to just give you a wee second, a wee minute, just to pick something from this. It may be one or two, but it's to give you peace of mind, and hopefully we'll be able to show you through the presentation how you can get that. But just you take a wee second and think of what you want. Okay, so I hope you picked something there. When I first had a look, I picked lots. So that's a wee bit about my story and a wee bit about Forever's story, what we're going to get into now. We've now been involved in this business for 40 years. These are old slides, and the family is in charge of the business too. Rex, the people he invited along those many years ago, are still with us today. It's a stable, solid foundation. Nobody's going to come away and take it off us. And if anybody wants to know where aloe vera comes from, we actually own 80% of the world's plantations. So if anybody's trying to get aloe, they're probably buying it from us. So Rex was the CEO and the founder of Forever Living, and he decided that many years ago that he didn't want to work in real estate property anymore, although that was his passion, that he really wanted to help people. And he looked into health nutrition and fell in love with the aloe vera plant and everything that it could do. Back then his family thought he'd lost his mind, and they wanted to know why he was giving up the successful career to do what he was doing. But it has really paid off, and the people that joined us then are still with us, and they are the senior experienced management team, and they're still with us today. As I said, these are all slides. We're constantly growing, and we're always in new countries globally around the world. So you can not only have a business in your local area, you can build it from around the world as well. 3 billion turnover, just to let you know that there's plenty of money, and Rex has plenty of it. And you know, this company's never going to be gone here today, gone tomorrow. It's been around, and we've firmly got our feet on the ground. If you maybe hear of a company growing by 1%, they're on the news. We're cash rich and debt free. We're not owned by banks. No one's going to come in and take it away from us. And because Rex was into the real estate property, he has these beautiful listed buildings all around the world, and that's the 1.5 billion assets slide you see there. That's what we own, and there's lots of money in this business. And those people who joined all those many years ago, you'll see Savasna, she's here in the pink, and she was with Rex in the old job, and he took her on, and she's still with us. So these people are from many different backgrounds. Nobody's jumped ship. The grass hasn't been greener. And one thing I don't really like about this slide, if there's any women on here, you know, a lot of people maybe think it's a women's business, but there's lots of men involved, and we just want to show the men that us women know how it's done as well. These are some of the beautiful buildings that underpin our company. This is a Scandinavian office, the second one's a Hungarian, the third one's a Japanese office, and we used to think that it was the two little black squares you see, but we actually own the whole building. And if anybody's old enough to know on this slide, your parents might have watched it. maybe you watched it yourself growing up as a child. South Fork Ranch, Dallas, the program from the 80s, it was absolutely massive. Well, Rex owns that, and if you want to go and visit that, you're not able to unless you're actually in Forever Living. And he paid for that with cash. He's bought all these buildings with cash as well. So he's actually bringing us to Dallas next year. As you know, we have global free travel with this company. You can go and visit these offices anywhere in the world when you're part of Forever. But next year, we'll be flying us over to Phoenix, Arizona, and we'll be able to be in South Fork Ranch and JR's pool, and we're really looking forward to it. This is a growth chart to show basically there's been many double-dip recessions. As you know, things haven't really been great for the economic global crisis, and our business has just grown and grown because health nutrition is growing every single day. There's gyms opening up everywhere. People are looking to feel good, looking to feel better in their bodies, and we're in that business. So that's why our business is consistently growing. All you need to know from this is that our arrow is going in the right direction, and when you come on board with us, it's good to know that you have your ladder parked up the right tree. This is a wee bit closer to home. I love travelling up to this head office. It's in Larne, and I can meet people here to do my meetings with, and all the staff that's in this building, Rex pays for them. I don't have to. I simply pick up the phone, and the staff members that answer the phone to me, they will place my order on the computer system, box it up for me with the paperwork, and send it to me. I don't have any stock to keep. They have massive headquarters there. Basically, my order's on my door within 24 to 48 hours. And Rex pays for all those people. He pays for this building. He pays for all the staff. In traditional business, you maybe are having to pay your tax man, pay your staff, pay the overheads, whatever. We don't have any overheads in our business, and that's why it works so much compared to traditional business. This is our company area manager. This is Bob Parker, and he actually manages UK, Iceland and Ireland. He comes over once a month to do a recognition day for us. He's really approachable. I'm not sure what background you come from or where you come from, but you probably don't know who your company area manager is, nor do they come to give you recognition every month. If you're not into recognition, do not come on board with us. This company is always giving rewards and recognition to everybody. In Ireland alone, with this head office has been here from 1992. And the massive retailing and products and the business is absolutely booming. I mean, 12.8 million in sales, you know, it's not just a wee thing. And you know what? We haven't even touched the surface. People are maybe only starting to hear about Forever, but they don't actually know much about what we do. And the Direct Selling Association, they come in to scrutinise to make sure that everything we are saying is legit and above board. They train our staff, and they make sure that we are at the top of our game, and we're actually always winning awards with them, which is fantastic. So that's a wee bit about our company, and this is a wee bit about our products. So why Forever Products? You know, what makes us stand out from any other aloe vera company? Well, we own more plantations than anybody else does. We have a superior quality product. Nobody can copy us. I mean, Rex wanted to make sure that when he put our product together, that nobody would have the same amount of aloe in their products as we do. The whole pesticides, fertilizers, we have been doing organic farming for nearly 40 years before it was cool. So we know that stuff works, and we want to make sure that you're getting as pure as nature's product as we can get it to you. And Rex also made sure that we had a formula that nobody else could copy. So whenever people wanted to start up doing things with aloe vera and they found out how good it was, like Rex wanted, they couldn't copy the amount that we have. They couldn't do what we do, and we have the highest standard. Not only do we have the highest standard of products, we also have a highly qualified advisory board. I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not a vet. These guys are our advisory board who we can call upon to ask for advice at any time. I was actually at a fantastic training with David Urch at the weekend, and it's amazing. These guys put trainings on for us throughout the year. So if you come on board and maybe you know a vet, or maybe you know somebody who's into personal training, and maybe you know somebody who's in the health profession background, you can lean on these guys and they'll be able to provide you with the information. Dawn Parker will show you how amazing our supplement range is and what exactly it does for the body inside and out. And it's just great. These are all our seals of approval. Our animal care friendly as well. We do not test on animals. We can use our products on animals, but we do not test on animals, which is really, really close to my heart. So our range, what sort of products do we have? We have natural health drinks, which I first drank before I became a business owner. They give me fantastic energy. I would have woke up with a flat stomach in the morning, felt good. As soon as I started eating something, I felt bloated. I was having to undo the buttons of my trousers in work, and just by the end of the afternoon and the rest of the evening, I was just knackered. I had no energy. I started taking these products and felt amazing. Personal care, if you come into my house, you will see that I actually am an aloeholic. I have throughout everything that isn't forever, and I just love our product range, from sanitizers to lip balms, from moisturizers, you name it, we have it. So if you know anybody who uses deodorant or anything like that, basically you're just getting them to change their brand like I've done and like everybody else who has in the Forever family. Weight management, I've done 4 cleanses with our program. My husband got amazing results with our weight management program. And every time I've done a cleanse, it has given me fantastic energy and helped me change something in my diet. If I maybe didn't notice that it was taking my energy, once I done a cleanse, I realised, whoa, that's not good after. And that's why people love it. They get really good results. It was Google's #1 weight loss program for a couple of years running consecutive. And Boyzone have been doing our cleanse as well. Aaron from Geordie Shore has done it. Zoe Ball, the TV presenter, she has also done our weight management program as well. So animal care, I have 2 little Shih Tzus. As you know, I was at the vet training. I give the aloe vera to my dogs. It helps with their digestive system, helps with their coat, helps them feel fantastic. And nutritional supplements, I mean, who do you know that maybe takes a wee fish oil or whatever? Who do you know likes to take a bit of vitamin C? Basically, you want to change their brand over the hours and we'll get top quality, superior products. Skincare and beauty, do you know anyone in the beautician industry who would like maybe a skincare range that wasn't very expensive? They could come on board with us, and our products are naturally inspired and as close to nature as we can get them. And a lot more people are starting to look at their ingredients, and you can share the range with them that we have. They'd be absolutely delighted. Sports and mobility, like I said before, gyms are opening up everywhere. People maybe are wanting to take something for their joints. We have that sort of product range. There's something from £3 to 300 or euros, whatever, globally. There's something to suit every budget all around the world, and it's just fantastic. This is a slide actually put together by independent market researchers. It wasn't from Forever. They wanted to see how much money people were actually spending in this industry. So it's just to let you know that if you think, oh, I don't know if this would be for me, if I don't know if people would spend, well, this is the actual money that people are spending. So everyone is looking to look younger, they're looking to feel better, and this is the products that we have. So 690 million, I mean, hello. Do you know, it's just fantastic. 8.6 billion, 94 million, and we only need a wee bit of that just to bring in this sort of income that we're looking, and it is incredible. So as I've said through the slides as well, I was once a customer before I became a business owner, and as you know, I have the Forever range all through my house. I have through everything else out, and I am an aloeholic. I absolutely love the range, and you have to ask yourself too, you know, would you use the products? And if you were to maybe start up another business, say maybe if you were to become a hairdresser, you would need a toolkit, you know, and people would spend a couple of £100 on their scissors, or my hubby was a plasterer, he had to go and get his tools and everything together. Well, it's the same in Forever. You know, you have to ask yourself, do you want to look younger? Do you want to feel better? And this is the product range that we have put together. Basically, you can set up your own business for £200. That's your toolkit. And you can smell them, use them, feel them, share them out with family and friends. By all means, if you want to sell them, you'd be up in business already and in profit. But please don't do that. Please invest the £200 like I did. And if you were to set up another business, you'd maybe want to add another couple of knots onto that. With this £200, you not only get a box of products with the top selling products in there, you also get a unique number, and it means that you can trade in 157 countries worldwide, which is amazing. So it means when you're sleeping, somebody in Australia could want to lose weight and they could be ordering your C9. While you're sleeping, it's going into your bank. So it's amazing. Guys, you'll not need to be running to the chemist for a long time. These products last for such a long time. And once you use them and feel them, you'll be so excited to go out and share them with everybody else. So that's why we put the toolkit together. Around the globe, every different country has a different pack to come on board with. But we've put together this in Northern Ireland, and it's 398 down in the south of Ireland. If you want to purchase your starter pack, that's how much it costs. So if you're maybe watching from somewhere around the globe, don't worry. Whoever got you onto this presentation, they'll put you back on and show you how much it is. But that's what it costs in Northern Ireland, and that's what I invested in myself. Yes, it was scary, but boy, has it paid off. So that's a wee bit about our products. Now I'm going to tell you a wee bit how you can find customers. I was taking the products first, and everybody at work was saying, Shell, what are you taking? What are you on? What foundation are you using? What mascara are you using? And I just said, guys, I'm simply just drinking aloe vera. And people were telling me I was glowing at the gym. People, my friends and family were saying, look, whatever you're on, get me a bottle of it. And that's how I was able to build my customer base up at the start. So everyone, you know, I have plenty of mums and dads who love to share our energy product range with tired mummies and daddies at the school gates. And you know, there's people out there that are looking this product range, and all you want to do is share with them how they can feel and look brilliant. So everyone, you know, is a potential customer. When you're setting up this business, you need to personally use the products yourself. I mean, obviously you have to look good, feel good, you have to know what they're like. I mean, there was a guy, I'm not actually sure what country he was in, but he had been retailing our tooth gels, and when somebody had said to him, oh, you didn't tell me your tooth gel was green, and he said, is it? Then people realise, well, he's not taking the product, so why should we? So you have to personally use them, and retail them is how you can earn a couple of £100. And I'm basically going to show you this on this slide. If you go and find 20 to 30 people, that's basically 48 hours a month. 48 hours, sorry, not 48 if I said that. This would bring in this sort of money. Now, I know it mightn't seem much to anybody, but if you save that £200 for 10 months, there's £2,000. If you save the 400 for 10 months, there's £4,000. This is the sort of money at the start which changed my life, which made me believe, wow, I can do this. And this was life-changing. It could maybe pay off your Visa debit bills. It could maybe get you a wee holiday, maybe a second car. There's lots of people use it for many different things. We used it for lifestyle money, as we were our jobs paid for our bills and our car and our home insurance, and then the money coming in from Forever paid for the wedding, paid for trips away, paid for people's weddings, paid for weekend breaks away, for Valentine's, and all those sort of things that we just couldn't afford with 2 of our wages. So as you retail the products, guys, how would it be to find 20 to 30 people who want to look good and feel better? That's the sort of money it would bring you in. When you decide to purchase your starter pack, it means that you'll be on 35%. As you talk to more people and maybe find more customers, you'll move up. And as you maybe want to start team building, you'll go to 43 and 48. And the products are still the same when you come in at 35% until you work your way up to the manager position. If you don't mind if I actually just slip that back, just to explain that a wee bit more for you. Oh, we're way ahead. Just put the slides back. So everyone you know is a potential customer. This is the joys of being recorded and going live, but we're all human and we make wee hiccups, but I just want to make sure that I'm getting the point across that I'm trying to make. So this is the sort of money you can bring in, and when you are on different ladders in the business, you start off at 35 and you work your way up to the 48. Now on the 48%, you get a title called manager. Now don't worry, you're not a manager of anything, but it's basically that you're on 48% of everything that you do. And that means that if anybody purchases products around the globe, you're on 48%. And it's just amazing. Everything's the same on the marketing plan as it is when you're down at 35 compared to 48%. And once you achieve any of the positions in our marketing plan, you don't have to keep up doing the same thing over and over again like other businesses do in the network marketing. We don't work like that at all. So once you're on the 48, you always will be, and that's fantastic. That's why I wanted to slip back and let you see that slide. So you have to personally use the products, get some customers, and then team build. You can't team build without personally using or having customers. So that's why we've put that slide in there for you as well. So what you do in this business, you go and you find people, and they go and find people, and they go and find people, and it's called networking, and that's how we work. So these cluster of people, you might know any of them, but other people know them, and then they go and invite them. So I'll show you on the next slide how we can break it down for you to make it more simple. So here's me. I introduced Flo. Flo is a mum who wanted to bring in extra income for her children, so she set up her own business. We've got Tom, he's been made redundant, and he is looking for an income to swap the money that he's just lost in his job. We've got Flo, she wants to come on board with us for rewards and recognitions. We've got Joe, he comes from a corporate background, he really likes the marketing plan, he wants to earn money without having to work so hard, he wants to swap time for money, and that's why he's coming on board with us. And Mo's coming on board with us because she's got some Visa debit cards and things that she wants to pay off. So everybody will have their own reasons for joining. So I went and found my 5, Sue finds hers, and this is how it continues on. And basically all these people would be in my network, but I only find 5. Sue found her 5, and it will go up to 25 people in my network. And I might know who all of them are personally, and this could be around the globe as well. So if they all bring in their 5 people, and they all bring in their 5 people, can you see how easy this business works? It's not really a case of you inviting everybody. It's who do you know, and then who do they know? That's how this business works. So if you only find 5, and we would teach you in this business how to do 5 points, which is called credits. Don't worry, we'll be able to show you that. It can be done overnight. But you would have 155 team members, and you only find 5. And if you taught them how to do the 5 credits, if every team member does those 5 credits, that will be 775 credits in your business. Now, what do credits mean? Well, basically for every 100 credits in your business, that's approximately worth £2,000. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I know this is a lot of money and some people might think it's too good to be true, but I earn that and it's very doable. And it's still on a full-time to part-time basis. It's whatever you want it to be. So this is where I am at now. This is the royalty bonus. Once I got myself to manager position, I was able to show other people how they can come too. And then basically for a typical generation manager, Tom will come in first. Joe will come in underneath him. I have people who come in at these levels as well. And on my first generation manager, I would be on 6%, 3% and 2%. So if you could get yourself to manager position, do you not think you could show other people how easy it is done? And this is how you could bring in this sort of money into your house, £2,500 per month. I mean, people work full time and don't even bring in that sort of money, and they work morning, noon and night. So how many managers would you like? I have people in my business here, and this is the sort of income that we bring in. My mentor is in between these 2 ones, the Sapphire and Diamond, and she paid herself out of £78,000 of debt back 24 years ago, and she's been doing this business for 24 years. And it's just to show you guys that if anybody can do it like we have, it's just a fantastic opportunity. Bernie introduced this to me over 4 years ago, and she's coaching people all around the world as well to show them how they can bring in extra income and pay off their debts like she did. When I came on board, I didn't believe that I would ever be getting company car plan or receiving any of these incentives. I was happy enough earning a couple of £100 at the start, but when I did get the belief, then I went for it. And I used to love the little car I drove. It was a little Corsa, a little blue one, and I saved up the money I had from working for my job, and it was a great accomplishment. But I never ever thought that anybody would ever give me any money towards a car. Now, you don't have to use it for a car, you can use it for anything else you want to, but we use our company car plan money towards our car, and they also give us free spending money, and we have travelled the world, as I said at the start of the presentation, and we'll just show you some of the places where we've been. This is the Marina Bay Sands. This is the hotel that the Beckham stay at. This was a holiday we went on after our honeymoon from Mauritius, and it was one of the places that forever brought us to. We've been to South Africa, we've been to Greece, we've done safaris, we've been to Cancun, we've been in the Mayan caves, we've been in the pyramids. It's just fantastic. Like me and Michael's idea of a holiday before forever used to be a little cheapy off to Spain, and you can see the smiles on our faces. I mean, we never thought we'd be as well travelled in these 4 years of have been with this business. But I'm just an ordinary person, guys. I mean, I hated my job. I live an ordinary lifestyle, but forever gives me an extraordinary life, and it can do for you as well. Not only have I achieved those holidays, people in my team have came behind and achieved them as well. And Bernie qualifies, my mentor, every year to be on them too. So I don't know if you know any companies that are in profit, but basically this is a profit sharing check that our company gives away every year, and that was me and Michael in the middle. We qualified for our first check last year in Africa, and every year Rex gives away his profits to the business owners, and this is how you can collect one of those checks. The one up in the top corner here in the green, that's Julie O'Brien. She's from a little island, Island McGee in Northern Ireland here. So this is the sort of money that we're bringing back into the economy. Lisa and Ian, he was in real estate property. She was a childminder, and they lost their building trade business overnight. And this is what they used their checks for, to pay off the debt that they're in. Then we have Marion Fitzgerald. She joined the business because she wanted to buy a pair of curtains back many years ago, and I'm sure she can afford all the curtains in the world now. Anybody else would maybe put her on the ladder of unemployment, and here she is, whatever age, having a fantastic lifestyle, and Forever is just for everybody, all ages. This is my mentor, Bernie. She collects these checks every year. She's got a big pot of savings, which is planned to do something with. This is the sort of debt Bernie used to be in, and now she's receiving these checks and this money. And because she had received the check, she was able to show us how we could do it as well. This is Neve and James. They're the #1 business owners in Ireland, and Neve was into the beautician industry, and she wanted to work with or be at home with her kids, not work anymore. And she joined Forever just to earn a couple of €100, €50 a week, I think it was. And she did that quite easily. And then James was made redundant, and he lost his job overnight, and them two now work together with the business, and they're the #1 couple in Ireland. So this is just some of the people that have brought checks back into Ireland. So what is network marketing? If you're still thinking, I don't know, what is this business all about? Well, this will show you on this slide. So basically, if you even order your likes of your Domino's pizza, or maybe your cans of Coca-Cola, or you'll see advertisement on the TV, this is basically how it works. You'll have the manufacturer, the national distributor, the regional distributor, the wholesaler, the retailer, and we pay for all the advertising. That's why products that pay for advertising is why it costs so much. So what we've done in network marketing is we've just cut all the middlemen out, and we've realised that Forever Living is the manufacturer, you're the distributor, and you share the products with your customer, and it cuts all this red tape and all this stuff that we don't have to sort out. Forever deals with it all. We just decide we want to take the products, we want to feel good, we want to share them with people, and that's how we make our money. So it just cuts all this out, and that's how our business works, and that's why more people are actually working in network marketing and realising that the 40-year plan just isn't working anymore. And if you work for 2 to 5 years, this is an amazing opportunity. So don't just take my word from it. Here's the likes of Bill Clinton, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, the big giants, who are all making lots of money in business. I think they know what they're talking about as well. Warren Buffett says one of the best investments he ever made. Bill Gates said if he was to start all over again, instead of working traditional business, he would choose network marketing. So this is what the big guys are saying as well. So if we just take you back to this slide and say, if you can change your life when you change your thinking, do you think maybe having a wee look at this has made you realise how you could change your life once you change your thinking? Because it's what I had to do whenever I first came on board. So that's about our products or opportunities. And the next step from here, guys, is getting started. So if you decide you want to come on board with us, you simply just get registered. You decide what way you're coming on board. If you're going to order your new distributor pack and use the products, it's the best way to come on board. You book your business planning meeting with us, and we sit down and work out what exactly the business is going to give you and how we can show you, and you follow our blueprint. That's it. That's all you got to do, is just take a leap of faith. And I'll take you back to this slide, guys. Did I show you a way how you could achieve financial security? Did I show you a way how you get success recognition, work from home, travel the world? I hope I did. And it is a better lifestyle, and it'll give you health as well. Not many businesses will do that. So as we said, everyone you know is a potential team member. You contact and show them. And like we've done, we've showed you this business presentation. And what I'd like to do is come back and say, thank you everyone who watched this. Hopefully we've maybe shown you something, another way of how you can work from home and earn that extra income. Thanks very much for everybody for watching. If you have any questions, go back to the person who invited you on. And what I'd like to say is thank you for your time. Hopefully we've shown you the prescription you can pick up to change your life. The choice is up to you. Thank you for your time. Bye.